label in America.
Yeah.
Doing international arenas and stuff like that.
Touring with Prince.
How was that? That moment?
It opened up the door in a major way. You know, I got, you know, several different international awards. You know, I had several different hit songs on the Billboard charts. You know, started recording with En Vogue and, you know, with LL Cool J. You know, Teddy Prendergast, Luther Vandross, open for a whole host of international artists. You know, for Stevie Wonder. All of these things started happening and the door started opening up. And then I felt a little bit like a guinea pig in terms of where the record label was concerned, you know, because the vision where I wanted to go, they were not seeing that on that level.
Right, because dancehall wasn't like now. Right?
Yeah, and I felt that it was best for me to make me exit, you know, from the label. So I made that decision, you know, to just get back to my roots. And
because I used to take that because I remember one time we go like back in the like after you signed to Atlantic now, then we go Stereo One and we start listening to Stereo One because we go Stereo One now, then we have to settle with what is there and we say no,
you know, the energy and
the energy is not there, Lieutenant not there, you know, so that was a
that is what changed the dancehall as well too.
Because and then other artists rise out of that because you're absent, open up a lot of doors too. And then when you go back home now, you have to answer to these guys.
But when I went back home, they were in major trouble.
Right, because
when I went back home, I started getting. I'm the only DJ to date who got 14 #1 songs in 1 year. You know,
I remember
94 DJ of the year and 95.
No, well, right. Back to back DJ there. Can we remember the Lieutenant today?
Yeah.
But remember now is when, like, I wouldn't say Wolfman elapsed, but Ricky Stereo now.
Yeah.
Took the lead.
Yeah, took the lead.
And I remember one time on Walter when you and Ricky Stereo One when Stitchie came for people out there. When there's no sound clash.
Yeah, we were.
I remember one time Stitchie and Wolfman.
Ricky Stereo.
Ricky Stereo, the short man and the tall man.
Yeah.
And you say, yo, Stereo say, me short and wait, I understand. Go back and forth. That was something where dancehall and the business with the lacquer.
Yeah.
With the lacquer at that time, growing up watching 2 DJ from the same sound. I go at it and Stereo holding one and Stitchie. I say, yo, look at you. And then I go Canada again. I remember when I go Canada, same energy, same vibes, same thing.
Yeah.
Let me say this to you. Me get a CD the other day where you was in Jersey in Paterson.
Yeah.
Downbeat Papa Mook.
Yes.
In Paterson, New Jersey.
Yes.
And
remember the dance.
Remember
the dance. Me the hunt Peter Metro. The dance then. Finally hold him. Yeah.
Metro was there?
Yeah, him did the man and then him exit.
The one with pants. What was
pants
it?
And shirt.
Pants and shirt.
Yeah, and Brigadier Jerry did it.
Brigadier did it.
Yeah.
And don't meet bring Stitchie.
Yeah.
Because Stitchie, remember back then, like every sound I got clash, them always want Stitchie.
Yeah.
like say, yo, what was it? No, we have Stitchie already, man. No, got every sound always want a top DJ.
Yeah.
And that's where the Electro Force, the Kangal them, and them so now African symbol them now start make that inroad now into Montego Bay now.
Right.
Wanna down the now as household name and say, yo, Stitchie them, a man start come get Stitchie now and to go into
Ghetto I-5.
Ghetto and them so the down there and Governor was this household name in that time. In that era where just kill thing. But remember Stereo One moment though, as we are 96.1 was Stereo One Redman.
Yeah. That's a memorable dance.
Up until today though.
Up until today.
But some of the lyric we're going right into the transition, and this is the perfect conversation to get into the transition to where we come out of that now. We can't close. We're going right there. You think about some of the lyrics, like today now where you reflect back and say now as a minister as a minister, you listen about the lyrics them where you used to DJ back then? Where you used to tell people back then?
Yeah.
Yo, Stitchie, you ever look back and say, yo. Have you ever reflect back on that and come back into growing time and say, yo, boy, if I didn't know me, did say that to no man.
Yeah, no man.
Because back then
we have dangerous things I say now even more, man.
I know, but like in clash.
You have dangerous things I say, man. Like we have a song name recently it released like maybe about a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
It named Hush Your Mouth. It's a hush your mouth, boy, try no say nothing. Man, I no keyboard, no boy can't press me button. A double-edged sword, me cut you up like curry mutton. Turn up in front, me make me show you something. Man, a preacher, me can't done. Word I got like bullet from a gun in your ears jump. Like David kill Goliath, me chant a psalms and you can't run. Psalm 35, me read like Jericho, all you pop down. Try to disrespect this son of an Lord like son of your bun down. Play it like Egyptian like Pharaoh, you a drop down. Tongue stick to your gum, you carve a homo, you so dumb. Then you read the word like calcium, so. Hush your mouth, boy, try no say nothing. Man, I no keyboard, no boy can't press me button.
Lieutenant
I don't let it up you
studio.
like curry mutton. Turn up in front me, make me show you something. Zoom, zoom. Like that flight that full of germs, me swat the enemy. Approach me like a roach, me crush you out. Absolutely. Now go try correct a fool, give you a free chip to the pool. Make you wash off your bad mind cleanly. The devil ride you like a mule, then dash you well like prostitute. The word that got me used to cover your mouth properly. Get rid of your cavity, your tongue will speak sodomy. The hand upon you two grew a pressure with economy, so hush your mouth, boy, try no say nothing. Stitchie, I go cook you like spaghetti, buck you up like noodle. Man a teacher, but your head tough, it no easy for school. You use a collar around your neck and a leash like a poodle. Expose the video on YouTube and Google. No have no respect for the Lord. How could a fool you? Trumpet you a go here, so thank the list of a bugle. Can't go change your dirty ways. How the pet and get you to the statue well and you may attack.
Lyrical,
so
lyrical.
So, hush your mouth and try to say nothing.
We have Lieutenant Stitchie in the studio at 96.1 and we're going good so far. We have some big respect to everyone in the state of New Jersey. And we conclude right there with the lyrics because Stitchie, the way you just DJ right now, the way you used to DJ. Story time. Ashman,
in a Calvin Klein.
I that too big one. I hear DJ that are foreign. Cause the DJ them and Stitchie, before we get into the transition of that, I remember listening to Barry G in Jamaica one time, and when your first time you come out, where was it Biltmore? There was a shoot up. Where what was it? A clash?
It was 13 people get shot. It was a stage show.
People get shot. You get a stage show. And
it
we
was
say,
a stage show. And people had said,
I was starting worrying now and Stitchie, they are foreign now. And you know things get big now with Stitchie, they are foreign and when the news come across because you know we tune into each other. I would say Stitchie built some foreign Biltmore ballroom. I say yo
Empire Roller Ring. Yeah, Empire Roller Ring. There was a shooting at Biltmore ballroom as well too. So
boy, governor they are foreign now and things that get good and things that get bad. But let me say one thing to you, Stitchie, before we get into the transition.
All right, cool.
Of that now. Can we have time? We have 5 things on our station. No, when you start, you're done the DJ them at Jamaica now, right? And Stitchie now become this. Stitchie now, a Stitchie up there now, and then you come a foreign now, and you have to buck up on some DJ. Santa ranking them now. Again, some New York DJ now, like Badu, them thing there. But we understand. And then when you go to England now, you buck up on Papa Levi them.
Yeah.
And you start buck up. Oh, that now, because when know Jamaica comes in play, I can say, well, you know what? I buy my ticket. I come, that means most you need for lieutenant. So we're not really fair within thing. So when you come to New York, now your first time was with Downbeat or Clinton Lindsay bring you here first.
Yeah, Clinton Lindsay is the person who is responsible for getting me here into the US. That's the first time I've ever left the island other than going to Hellshire Beach.
What?
I think 86.
86. First time coming up.
Yeah. You know, and give thanks to him because he has contributed a great deal to my career. From then until this day. Right. You know, he has always been a very supportive person of me. Currently, as I'm speaking to you.
Right.
So it is not just like in the past.
That time and
no, he's a man that really really respect me and support me, the giftings that God has given me, and him see it from then until now. And he's a Spanish Town man.
St.
as
Catherine.
well.
I know
what
that too. And Governor, you know, coming to your memorable moment of all time before we conclude the because we know you have so much.
Yeah. So we can't talk about
one specific,
everything right
one
here.
specific thing.
There are still avenues that we have not touched.
The one, right, and we can do this the next time, though, Governor. We can do this the next time because the night, my memorable moment where we see Stitchie, and I'm gonna say, yo, this business kind of getting so serious now is when Supercat take it personal in Skateland.
Yeah.
And we see where it get now. Like I say, yo, Cat, what is this? Governor now. Stereo One, 100%. Because we say, yo, Stereo One, Stitchie, Kangalatan, Bagan, Bob over there, so we know lyrics, Lord.
Yeah.
Sassafras and General Trees. When you turn to Sassafras,
and Ninja Man and
Supercat and them up, so you have the dance going. Sassafras now, get up and start dance, and you turn to Sassafras and Sassafras. I can remember the exact word we used to do Sassafras. You said Sassafras. Stop show up on my white shirt like chink. That was the exact Sassafras. All of a sudden, Sassafras just got so. And him, you know, when you had DJ Sassafras, like you want to cheer on the Marvel people. When you say, Sassafras, sit yourself down. Stop show up on my white shirt like chink. And Sassafras now goes so boom, and him sit back down, and you have the audience attentively, lyrically. Then Supercat now you say, Cooley Katari.
Yeah.
You look a Cooley Katari, Pankalalo, and thing. No, Junior Cat and them, and some indie, they get offensive to that now. Grand Spend people them now start say, yo, I want that. And that night, it was like me, I said, no, this business as governor, and will lift you out of Skateland the night then.
Yeah.
Remember, they lift you out of Skateland.
Yeah, walk around
out, don't take you. I would say, Lord God, this is getting, you know, the Stitchie and thing, and Cat them now, them gone reassemble and do what them have to do. Sassafras and Trees, them done Stereo One, but Stereo One was leading the dance at that time to before the discrepancy.
Right.
But there wasn't any winner at that time. But Stereo One within that, and Jingles come and say, well, all right, boom, made soul rest in peace, and Stitchie went on to do great damage to these DJs
at that time.
in Jamaica.
At that time, Supercat had Boops. And General Trees had Gone on the Grill.
Right. And
I never have no song at all.
But your lyrics them.
Yeah, but the lyrics.
The lyrical thing. And some other venues where we get chance to see Lieutenant Stitchie, 82 Chisholm Avenue.
Yeah.
Where that was a
Chili Willy dance.
Yeah. Lieutenant Stitchie Stamping Ground. So we follow the career.
Eagles
Nest on Waltham. No. Let me tell you this. And this is from a cassette, America. People and Vibes Link. There was a thing in Jamaica back then where them say if an artist don't touch Waltham,
you can't boss.
And Gilly Priest, somebody was debating with Gilly Priest, and like I said Gilly Priest, Stitchie's Gilly Priest, like, yo, you never come to Waltham yet. Ray. Then the night. When it says Stitchie, Stereo One Waltham, and Stitchie.
Gilly Priest and I think a Jolie chat.
Yes. I say, yo, if I had to come to Waltham, because Waltham was like, Stitchie bad out there, but him no come to Waltham, and preach, I say, yo, wait. But the night when you come to Waltham, you shell it down, everybody starts saying, yo, whoa, lyrics, ting. Before we get into that, before we want to get to the minister part of it, but the Natty Dreadlocks, I hear your DJ that, I think it was Jared Park.
Yes. Jared Park.
I think it's Jared
But
Park.
the first time I DJ it was at 70 Manilsville Road.
70 Manilsville Road.
When Stereo One clashed with Jammies. Yeah, that clash.
Right.
Was
DJ Natty Dread.
Yeah, was a big thing. It was Josie Wales dance. And once we hold the microphone and start talk, the whole place explode and the dance done.
Right. So Natty Dread have a face all kind of living.
Yeah, that song was written. That song was written in the Bronx. Here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, at Decatur Avenue. I remember it clearly. You know. Yeah.
But you know my part of that song though.
Yeah, me know.
My part of that song wasn't the
part.
Yeah, my part of that wasn't the first part.
It's the end part.
You see part where you say, as ballad, we have it rough sometime.
Yeah.
As ballad, we have it rough sometime.
Yeah, that
when you book up on a Rasta man.
Yeah.
And you start going at some lyrics, they say, yo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. you remember the whole thing, man. You remember the whole thing. It was that's fresh.
It was just a transition, the transition into the lyrical part of it.
Yeah.
Where not from the regular Brigadier chanting and the Joseph Whale chanting, then the lyrical content coming out, and we say, well, you know what? That was just in our, like in my era.
But that was a good thing for dancehall, you know, because you know, if you look at it then and look at it now, you know, everything must evolve and there must be change. You're going to have new talents and new gifts coming up, just like my time,
right.
You know. So we respect that. But what has happened is that I remember then you could be able to, you were able to distinguish, you know, the different artists with their different gifting and style.
Right.
But now everybody just almost sound like the same. They're speaking along the same kind of language, the same kind of style. You know what I mean?
You know, Governor, I said, and I said this on the airwaves, and anywhere my career take me.
Yeah.
The 80s was the best time.
Everybody said that.
The 80s. Nobody, Stitchie don't even have to have a hit tune to go mash up a stage show. Now you have DJ with 20 hit tune and him can't move a crowd.
And then the other
and it's
thing,
a sad.
And then the hype. The hype. There's no humility to the music.
Governor, finally, we're gonna go over to the minister part of it. I've never seen you on Professor Nuts in that was a stage that we don't never like because I rock with Stitchie from day one to day two, and I see Stitchie annihilate all these DJs, and there was this DJ out of Portmore, right up your alley.
Yeah, man,
and I've never seen it conclude.
Yeah, man, Professor Nuts. Yeah, man, one time he was on
Love Child?
No.
Oh, Iron.
No, GT. He was at GT.
That was when GT.
Yeah, he was on GT. He was on GT sound with Admiral Bill and a whole pile of them.
And three, GT from our Jewsland.
Yeah, and he was on GT sound and we had a clash on Manningsville Road. Yeah, but once we started the first round, nobody never came back on GT sound because the pace was just so hot. Nobody, and then
what's it? Remember, you can't pass. Once you pass Barbican stop, once you pass Don Robin stoplight, you know.
Yeah.
You got in a stereo one country, you know.
Hungry Town. Hungry Town, big yard.
No, come up there, son, living, man.
No, right? And then I had a clash again. Me and Professor Nuts and Papa San and Admiral Bailey at Cinema 2 for the hard way.
I remember that.
Yeah. It was a Sting.
Yeah,
a Sting
that was
performance.
when Sting just started out.
Yeah.
Stitchie, you know, we talk so much and we understand the purpose and what you interject into this business. And for we as radio DJs and DJs out there, you know what I mean, it's well accepted and we will cherish all of that moment. But you said something earlier and I always try to want, like for me, I want to know where it went wrong. And I never knew that you and Papa San was on the same sound, like in that time. Remember you
then we just started with
we just started out and San move on and then you pursue your career upon that your degree side of it. San went on to DJ with Brigade and Lee's and go all over the country. Then you come back 5 years after with the same lyrical content and you and him up on the same level, knowing that him know you long time from the here there when you lyrical. You and him was this great, we have this good relationship growing up, Stitchie? Because me always wonder, what happened?
Well, what happened is that Son moved on to
Lee's
to Creation.
To Creation.
Yeah, and we were on Stereo One, you know. But what happened is that there was a dance, you know. Both of us are from Spanish Town, and Son come from one set of man follow Son. Right. And different set of man follow me.
Wow.
And them had a dance one night out by Twickenham Lawn where Son and Dirtsman and Creation Sound they were playing at Jones Avenue and them mash up the place. And we were on a bus going into Kingston. Me and Wolfman.
Right.
Take a bus from Greendale and we head to Kingston. Just when we reached out by where the dance was keeping, the bus stopped. I pick up some passenger, and we hear Papa San say, well, Wolfman, a donkey, and Stitchie, a baby.
Oh.
In the dance.
Right.
And the place mash up. So we decide, say, no, we're not going to town.
Well, come off.
So we come off of the bus. We say, Wolf, come. We'll come off of the bus. So the donkey and the baby come off of the bus.
Right.
And we went over by the dance. He never knew that we were there, but the whole place started mash up.
Because you not appear.
Yeah, because maybe I think he had believed that it was what he was saying while the crowd get excited.
But it's just your presence.
Just as him said, the presence coming.
Wow.
And some walk up to the sound system and the place started up. And then that's where the thing started.
That's where everything
That's where the lyrical show started. And his sound, Kiddy was the selector. And then, and then Clinton Lindsay was there at that dance. And he has always been hearing about me. And he was getting to see me for the first time.
Right.
And that was a dance that he decided, say, listen, no, Stitchie need to go foreign.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
people were rich in history with the governor, and then the transition now governor into the minister, because like for me now, as follow your career for over the years, and then when you make that decision,
yeah,
I was like, well, no, all right. Hey, it's a calling at that time.
Yeah.
When you have all of this hype and all this, you have Jamaica behind you, you have the world behind you. And you just decide that tomorrow morning we're going to break, and the news that Lieutenant Stitchie going to make the transition, and what empower you to do that, Governor?
Well, as you said rightfully on the top of my game, the king of the dancehall, it was a situation where when my mother passed off, I was, I took a lot of introspective view of my life. And, my Sunday school days start reflect on me. That's why it is right to say, train up a child in the way they should grow, and when they grow old, they will not depart from it. And so I started reflecting on some of my golden texts. One of them which says that, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? And the pastor was preaching at my mother's Thanksgiving service to say that if you plant corn, it will germinate and it will grow. If you plant peas, it will germinate and it will grow. And if you die saved, you will rise saved. If you die unsaved, you will rise unsaved. Now, coming from the background that I'm a teacher of biology, I understood what the word germination meant. It means that something has to die and be buried for new things to come. So I started thinking and reflecting on my own life and said, what is it of me in my life that has to die and be buried for a newness to rise? And I started reflecting on my whole report card. As a teacher again, my report card wasn't looking good to show to my father, what was I doing with all these gifts and the talents that he has given me, apart from gaining fame and popularity and that kind of thing. And it was basically just on a superficial level to me, and I never felt quite motivated about it at all. So I started saying that, listen, I have to change the stuff. So I couldn't write no more songs, and then I decided to, when I started writing, I wrote a song, me and Buju, a song called, Poor People Suffering Every Day. And we did the recording and stuff. And then I started doing kind of more kind of that song, like, song like, all who can feel the all who can feel the pinch, I do the pinching. And strictly love we are deal with. And started recording songs like those, started reflecting. And then in August, well, before they're leading up to the Sumfest of August in 1997, that year, that Sumfest, I was called to be one of the headline for Dancehall Night. And I started writing some, because I always write lyrics, when I'm going. I mean, I don't have to have a hit song to write.
Right, because lyrics will
lyrics has never been a problem to me. It's like 1, 2, 3.
Right.
And I started writing some stuff and rehearsing and going down and say, listen, all right, I'm going to annihilate some DJ tonight, with some new style of DJ, some new style of talking and some new lyrics, and rehearsing it and going down very early in the evening, about 7:45. I wasn't going on until about 5 in the morning. And when I'm reaching the border of St. James and Trelawney, a truck coming in the opposite direction ran straight into my vehicle, and it was totally written off. Everybody thought we were dead. I was bleeding from different parts of over my eyes and that kind of stuff. I never had on my seatbelt, which if I had it on, I would have been stuck behind the steering, which eventually ran in the seat. So yeah, it worked for me that time around, how God wanted it to work. Ended up at the hospital, and the doctor told me that I wouldn't be able to perform because, it was too bad. And I told him that I would be going still. The doctor said, well, he would have to stitch me up. I said, well, doctor, you can't stitch up Stitchie. So, but it's an innate quality what we get from my mother still, because my mother in the greatest pain and she still find time for humor. So that has always been my thing.
Right.
So I'm saying that, with my car totally wrapped around a utility pole like a wedding band and a finger. And the truck came directly up to my vehicle and get intimately involved with it without even formal introduction.
Right.
We decided that, listen, hey, I am going still.
Right.
And I had intentions of, showing my whole class.
But Jamaica didn't get that news at that time.
No. When I went on stage, that's when they knew. They found out before I got there, because I'd called the promoters and organizers to tell them that I'm running a little bit late because of this major accident. And they got the news. I mean, a Stitchie, so everybody,
But I mean, that's just the people in the physical venue. I'm saying Jamaica. We didn't hear nothing about that.
No. But it was being broadcast live when I get on. So they had announced it. And then I was seeing doubles. And so I was led on stage. Yeah?
Wow.
Because I couldn't sit to go up the stage. And then they placed the microphone in my hand. And then the transition made. And then the performance was so sizzling that I got about 6 to 7 encores. Even when I left, they were shouting. I just never heard them. And when I went backstage, they were interviewing me, journalists from all over. And there was a little youth there, about 15-year-old with locks from Belleville, Canada, I learned later on, who was commending me on my performance, so I'm great. I try to speak like Jamaican and Jamaican talk.
Right, yeah.
So he had a gift for me, and he went into his knapsack and took out a little book and gave me the gift. I have the gift here with me, even today.
You don't leave it from them.
No, I have it here with me. It's in the vehicle on the outside. It's a Gideon New Testament Bible, where it tells you when to find help when you're worried, when you're troubled, when you're bereaved, when you lost a friend, and all these kind of things. But I never knew it was that at the time when he gave me, because I was in the middle of an interview. So I placed the book in my pocket, and when I went back to my hotel room, I realized that it was the Bible. And I started crying as if I'd get beaten by Cinderella's stepmother. You see me? So
Bad beating, private engagement.
Right. So I called a friend of mine, and who has always been a Christian, and I asked him, what is happening here and thing, and he tell me that it's called, the anointing. Of course, I knew about appointing, not anointing. New word to me. So, started speaking with him, and then, you travel with your entourage and your crew. I come out to everybody, and, we're at the hotel, and I'm saying to them, say, this is it for me, I'm finished with this thing. I give my life to Christ. And, and the man say, you mad, governor? No, say you are on the thing. I'm in the headline all over the thing. I'm there the thing. I said, no, well, this is the decision I make. This is it, And me just make the decision then and there. I'm just speeding up the thing. That was on August 7th, 1997. But I had one more show to get done. Later on that I had a commitment for, and then I went to the event, and they introduced me, and I went on stage, and the more the crowd I cry, me I mash up the place, and the worse I feel.
So it's not like that's it for you now then.
Yeah, when they were screaming for me,
your body
on
just
stage, and I was delivering 110% out of 100. I still never felt it on the inside, and I felt worse. And each time they call me up, I feel worse. And then I went in my car to leave the venue, and the people gather around the car, and I bawl, Stitchie, we want Stitchie, we want Stitchie. And then I shout, and my foot, my gas on the foot, my foot on the gas and the clutch, just riding on it, heel and toe.
This I can't be for go back and move.
No, I'm going forward, but because people surround the car.
Oh, okay.
I have to be careful in terms of my movement, and I was crying. And he said, this is it. And I left. Of course, I went to another stage show, not to implicate anyone, So I'm just saying, I went to another stage show, and there were some DJs there that was a stage show I went to deliberately to war after I made the transition, because there were artists on the stage that were burning the Bible and were disrespecting Jesus Christ. Yeah? And I went there fully armed with lyrics to say, Lord, me and my friends them, and I say, Lord, tonight, them going to hear a different Stitchie on a different level. I'm going to build some lyrics, biblically. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but they wouldn't give me the microphone. They never let me on the stage. The producer just never let me on, and the stage manager wouldn't allow me to go on the stage. And I started praying and said, Lord, listen now, and show them a sign. Show them a sign. And then the rain start fall, and the stage room ended, wash out. God apparently just showed them a sign. And the rain was so heavy that, the stage show couldn't continue. But that was my whole feeling about, and the passion about the transition that I'd made. And I never had any intention of doing music anymore.
And Governor, when you make the transition, for me, who a staunch follower of Lieutenant movement,
yes,
from then till now, then I say, all right, well, Stitchie, make the transition. Then, you know what I mean, then you come with shopping.
Yeah.
Because the shopping and them, it's still giving that lyrical feeling, though.
Yeah, man.
That's the whole thing with the transition with Lieutenant.
Keep it real.
You keep it real, too. When you make the transition, and we say, where you gonna get them kind of lyrics from? And then when you make the transition, and I hear shopping, so you know what happened? The same Lieutenant Stitchie in a different mindset. So
right.
We rock with it still.
Right.
I hear shopping.
Yeah.
And
Carl
Panem was the next one that I say, you know what happened? But no, Stitchie just doing something different because of that. But the same lyrical content. Carl Panem,
God, Jesus Christ is the King.
Well, so the same Lieutenant Stitchie. And then now, we say, after all of that, we see the touring, we start watching YouTube as a staff member of Lieutenant Stitchie. They bring you to the convention hall in New Jersey. You on Little Kirk.
Yes.
Remember, you on Little Kirk.
Yes.
Perform. It's right over
man.
12th Street. They bring you the convention hall, Lieutenant Stitchie. After all this time, they'll say, all right, you know what happened? We'll say, Governor, from the governor, we're following all these years. Now, we're going to see governor as a minister. No. And me and my friend, Major Killer.
Yeah.
I think if it's a Spanish town, you know him too.
Yeah.
If you've seen
Yeah, man, I know Major.
And you on Little Kirk perform, I would say, wow, I see Lieutenant Stitchie now as a minister. And you know that feeling there.
Yeah.
Where you say, all right, you know what? All right, going, calm down. It's a church people and everything and thing and Little Kirk and we thing. And when you go on, Lieutenant, you say, yo, the fire. You see that jump the way you have, Stitchie?
Yeah.
You have a jump in a business where you see like
signature thing.
Like being the man who give you a run.
Yeah.
As I say, give them a run. But you have one thing where you jump all feet off the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We start do that and the people in the church. So Lieutenant, the DJ in the church now what we say become this popular thing now where we say a lot of DJs now start make the transition over now and the church now start feel that type of vibration and people start feel joyful now to say, you know what, we are going to church.
Yeah.
Because that was when you make the transition, it was a hard thinking enough to say, yo, Stitchie make that move there, no. And Stitchie, boy, if you follow Stitchie from Dancehall into him making that transition there, you know, you see him, what you going to do now? So sometimes it's like, say, well, all right, we're going to listen to him because I'm still like give away the music that we can play on the radio. So it still give you assurance now.
You can still identify with it.
Yeah, it still give you an assurance. It still give you an assurance now, Lieutenant Stitchie, man. And we see a lot of work. You have a CD out now?
We have several CDs out. Several CDs out.
The current one where you have out, where you're promote
it's called Live in Germany. It's where I am the headliner. You know, well, that show I was the headliner with alongside UB40 for one of the largest festivals in Europe. So I am basically on the secular platform, you know, bringing the gospel undiluted in a language that they understand. You know what I mean? So it is not coined in such a way that it beat you down as a person who is not yet a part of the body of Christ. The whole aim of it is for you to identify with it and to realize that, listen, no, hey, God love you unconditionally. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're coming from. He can reach you at your point of need.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
so to express it in that language that you can relate to. And I have been the top performer for, years and years going. In fact, last week, I was awarded the top DJ performer for all the Caribbean gospel globally as the top DJ for 2014.
In Europe.
Yeah, globally.
Globally.
Yeah, globally.
And we commend you on that because it's
Globally.
well achieved.
I'm
It's
telling
well
you.
achieved. It's well achieved to governor and for you now,
So people
Lieutenant,
can access the tune on iTunes. If they,
iTunes and stuff
if
like
they log on the iTunes,
know,
and put in Stitchie.
You know what is
it
my
pop up.
what was my highlight of the past few months, where and sometime a Stitchie, as an artist where me like look up to for over the
Yeah.
years, and if you listen to how we conduct this,
I can tell that, man, you're
your
ardent,
career,
ardent supporter.
Follow the career.
Yeah.
To from the pubic the stage
Yeah.
come up to that, and me always I say when me I go try to get to talk to you about that before even thing, and I
Yeah.
will say that earlier. Then Tony Rebel, however that happened with Tony Rebel now, because Lieutenant, sometime like me in America right now, and Ninja Man not supposed to have close show in Jamaica same way. That mean nothing is not out there. If Ninja Man still at the top of him game right now after all these years, them a miss out them out the lyric. So when me see you now, Pan Rebel Salute now, and to the splendid performance where you perform, I say, yo, the people them still into good music and good lyrics.
Of course.
Because
of course.
if they embrace to all them embracing the Lieutenant Stitchie Pan the Rebel Salute, me I say, well, you know what? Oh, so the people them out there is not as fool as the youths them might think. Out there right now, Lieutenant. And then we go watch you back at Kite Festival.
Yeah.
And then me see you put out one whole heap of lyrical content again, and people embrace it again, and me I say to myself, so weird.
May I interject, my brethren? Going, it's a thirst. Me I say for righteousness. It's a thirst. Me I say for upliftment, lyrical content that is needed in the community. Right now, Jamaica lyrical content where the music is concerned is so diluted that it's coming like a disease. It's like a germ. You know what I say? Where I break up on the people them. But while me interject, you got to make the people them know say this is the part one of the interview.
Oh, we're gonna do it
with
again,
you.
Stitchie?
This is just part one. Cause
Before we get into that Stitchie, I'm getting a positive feeling right now talking to you on Vibes Link Radio that you have some work, you plan to do some work right now into the environment.
Yeah, man, right across the globe.
Right across the globe right now to clean and purge this business that is out there right now.
Yeah, man.
You got a mission like that?
Yeah,
You got a mission like that?
It's a mission.
At a mission.
It is my assignment.
At a mission.
To
See
get
it?
the message out there. I have a song. I have a song that starts. It says that. Oh, you're so hype. Oh, you're so hype from your humble. Papa Jesus, I go pop off your stripe, boy. Oh, you're so hype. Oh, you're so hype like empty barrel, boy. You make a lot of noise. Somebody wrap you in a newspaper and your skin get yellow, still green, but you swear that you're hype. And true, you have a one song all a play on radio. You are walking a year cause you're hype. Well, them go make a mistake and give you a one trip. When you come back, all your manager, you this. All the producer who spend for bossing at the biz, your pop style pan like dry land tourists. Them no humble no. Oh, you're so hype. Oh, you're so hype.
But Lieutenant,
long road.
people, as I be just say, Lieutenant, it's a pleasure talking to you, man, and we hope to see you more, and we hope to get your music them too.
Yeah, I'll try to get
all the link, them. You get all the link.
Let us just make this.
But this, let me just interject to say this: that this Saturday coming on the 16th, yeah, I am going to be in the Bronx.
Right.
There is the Morris Heights Hope Health Center, for which I'm the brand ambassador. and they're having a health fair from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. And I'm going to be there, performing with a vengeance. Yeah?
Right.
And it's a free event. It's at 825 233rd Street in the Bronx. And all are invited, all ages. They have free health check. They have, diabetes, high blood pressure, eye, haircut. They have DJ competition, fun for the family. It's right across, and it's free for everyone. So I am very much the brand ambassador for the health center. That has been started by a lady from Jamaica. It's now been here for 30 years, and it has now multiplied to over 6 different locations all across the US here. So I'm inviting everyone to come out and see it immediately. Yeah, so they can start seeing, not only hearing but seeing a live delivery at the thing. But it's a new level. A lot of things have happened. People can log on to my website at www.kingstitchie.net or .net, and I am on Facebook at King Stitchie, Twitter at King Stitchie. They can reach me. So much things happening that I would have talked about it.
I know 5 things. I know 5, and we're going to do that. I know 5 things become Stitchie Home. So a part of the whole entity, and going forward, you have a hardened fund. Right here. So you have a home right here. The music,
to me, gone up more from fan to ear can.
Governor Lieutenant Stitchie, it's a pleasure talking to you, man. And we're going to do it again. And just stay strong and stay positive and stay focused. Because you know what, to Governor, And
I go into drug dens, I go into drug dens. I go into the prostitution houses to share the gospel of Jesus Christ. I go into gambling dens.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm on a secular platform. I'm a pastor. I'm supposed to be there. I need to bring the word to them. So, there's no boundary.
Lieutenant Stitchie, man, family and support. And it's a pleasure talking to you. Part 1, part 2.
Part 1 will next.
All right, people, stay tuned. Minister Governor Stitchie is in town.
Let me say thank you, going, and thanks to the whole.
No, thank you.
Thanks to the whole Vibling family. Big up Willie Reds, you know me I say. It's 96.1. Give thanks. And I gotta say give thanks to my staff too, the Jammins Radio crew and the whole family.
Man, the whole family
and
thing,
I learned something from Lieutenant Stitchie going. I have to really, because there's a lot I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? And when I sit here and realize that this man is also a producer for all them tracks I've been listening for so long. And I really thought it was Jammins tracks. And I didn't know till I hear this man open his mouth and speak that. And that he also work with so many different sounds, actually bring them to the forefront of the thing. You know what I mean? I say, well, kudos, man. You know what I say? To the great work, man. For real.
Governor Lieutenant Stitchie, my family in the studio. We got a studio now. Go work something. So anybody who out there,
sound system with the
any sound system who out there who want to get in touch with Governor, we you know what I mean, just link up because we still have, we're going to take off 2 governors. So when you hear me, I play me Stitchie them on radio. You better line up on yourself and not get bad mind, because I know once when we get me tune them, me I go play them. You understand? So Governor still at the dub plate, still at the thing and things. So sound man, we don't have no Stitchie, we don't come link up, alright?
Gwen, let them know. Just give me a link at 862 224 6362. You know what I'm saying?
Give me back the number there, Major.
862 224 6362. You know what I'm saying? Just link way up there if you want any dub plate. Any one of the old special where you want in your archive from Lieutenant
Stitchie. Talking about that, me need about 4 tunes from
There's a lot I Major. A lot
Barry King Agony you need. Winnie them and everybody. So people,
it's illegal not to have a Stitchie.
Yeah, man.
It's illegal not to have a Stitchie.
For real. True.
Why you think about that? Stop thinking about that, tune. People,
Vibling family. Thank the man. Thank
Barry
you. It's a pleasure.
Big up to fire.